I'm Mike Levis with the Mount Hood Ski Patrol Avalanche program, and today's topic is the Avalanche Triangle. So what exactly is the Avalanche Triangle? Well, as we go through the course, you'll see that the Avalanche Triangle is a useful model to think about when considering the parameters that could cause an avalanche. The triangle links together the three main parameters that influence avalanche risk: the snowpack, the weather, and the terrain. So what's this good for? The avalanche triangle is helpful to keep in mind when thinking about avalanche risk. For example, when on a backcountry tour, avalanche variables can change continuously throughout the tour. Keeping the triangle in mind and constantly evaluating the route relative to the three key variables, terrain, snowpack, and weather, can provide a framework for monitoring risk and in particular identifying when risk is increasing. So let's talk in a little bit more detail about the components of the triangle. Starting with terrain. The key question when evaluating the terrain is it steep enough to slide? As you'll learn in subsequent modules, a slope angle of around 38 degrees is the sweet spot for slides. In addition to slope angle, another important consideration is where will the snow go if it slides? For example, are there gullies or terrain traps that will steer and magnify the effect of the slide? Are there cliffs that we could be swept over in the event of a slide? With the snowpack, we're looking for any signs of instability. Is the snow well consolidated with strongly bonded layers? Are there weak layers or other structures in the snow that could fail and result in a slide? In particular, we're looking for consolidated layers on top of weak layers. This structure could result in a slab avalanche, which is the most destructive kind of avalanche. The weather is known as the architect of the snowpack. Weather creates the snowpack through precipitation in the form of both rain and snow, and weather alters the snowpack over time. Note that the snowpack is a reflection of weather history. The snowpack at any time reflects the weather history in the area, the precipitation cycles, the temperature history, and the wind direction and intensity. All of these factors will affect the nature of the snowpack. So we've talked about the factors affecting avalanche risk: terrain, snowpack, and weather. The other dimension to this is consequences. What happens if there's a slide? The avalanche triangle is a useful model that shows the key parameters affecting avalanche potential. What we really care about is the risk to people and property. So when assessing avalanche hazard, the triangle links together the factors impacting avalanche potential, the outside of the triangle, with the consequences of an avalanche on people and property, the inside of the triangle. When assessing the risk of an avalanche in terms of terrain, snowpack, and weather, we also want to consider the consequences of an avalanche on people and property. Risk and consequences is a theme you'll hear repeatedly in your AVI education. In summary, we've discussed the avalanche triangle. The avalanche triangle is a useful tool to help visualize the parameters affecting the potential for an avalanche: terrain, snowpack, and weather, and the consequences of an avalanche on people and property.